Okay, so yeah, I wanted to make a new video on our AI FPL journey. So basically, in the last video, this was our team. I guess a few things have changed since then. I have made some updates to our AI agentic FPL system. So today I thought I could just go through that. If you didn't watch the last video, you can kind of go back and watch if you want to see how we ended up with the team we have now. But today I'm going to go over a few changes we have made. We're going to run the system, the AI agentic system again to pick a new team if we have any changes we want to make. But I just want to start by showing you, if you have been following along, what kind of changes I have made since last time. It's not big changes, but there are some important changes. And if you remember last video, we did struggle a bit with the budget. So we have a comment here from 503476. He says, maybe for your budget issues, you can create a simple tool that the LLM can call to sum up the budget. And the result of the tool could be the total budget sum instructions. So that is what I went ahead and did. Also, thank you for all the other comments. Yeah, pretty exciting to see people getting engaged in the content. So I'm going to kind of quickly go through the tool we created. So if we go into Claude here, this is kind of our AI agentic system. I created something called an MCP server, right? And I created something called a budget server here, right? So this has a couple of tools. It's going to validate our FPL team budget. So it's going to read and validate our current squad from this FPL team file here that we have, right? So we're going to kind of pick out these players and we're going to grab the price and we're going to add it all together and compare it and see if the price is correct, right? I don't know if you're interested in the code, but basically this looks more like something. So basically the way we do this now, you can see we can grab some positionings here. We kind of have our standard setup. We have 2 goalkeepers, 5 defenders, 5 mids, 3 forwards. We have a limit. And yeah, I don't know how much I should go into the code here. But I tested it and it worked pretty fine. We also have some slack. We can go under budget. And we get like this report here that you will probably see soon. That is one change I made. And I made a bit of changes kind of to the instructions. And I made another small change. For the instructions, I just said that when you receive updated information from the YouTube Scout on a finished run, you must weigh in the new information against the team we already have. So read this, be very critical of changes unless there's a major Hive Mind consensus change in the context. So I kind of wanted to get that in there. And some other changes I made is of course the budget validation workflow because we want to do that. And I made some changes here to the search method. I updated my players JSON to include position, right? So we have some more search options if we are struggling to find players. And that is basically all the changes I made, I think. Let me have a look here. I think I made some small changes to the command here. Again, just the budget validator step. We made this. And yeah, other than that, it's pretty much the same. If you watched the last video, the agent still has the same YouTube video targets. And I might update that in an upcoming video this week. It's only 1 week left now, so I'm probably going to do a couple of videos the upcoming week. But now let's do a full run here. Okay, so the way we launch this now, we just do FPL God here. We have this slash command, so this is gonna start up everything. Yeah, so from now on, everything is gonna be hands off. It's gonna be handed over to our agent, and it's gonna become the primary agent. You can see it's gonna create a to-do list, everything we need to do. Read some files. We're gonna launch our scout agent that's gonna look at YouTube videos. And basically follow this list here. We read some files. You can see I've added some more thinking in here, so added some more reasoning for the large language models. Next part now is probably to launch the Scout agent. Perfect, right? So we're gonna launch this. And next part now, you can see this is starting up. So what this is going to do now is it's going to go to YouTube and get all the URLs from the channels we have put up that we want to gather from, right? So you can see here it's creating this list here. We're going to check out Let's Talk FPL, FPL Raptor, Fantasy Scout, and all of this here. You can see it's calling up this. We find the videos, right? Good. And when we have gathered all of these URLs, we're going to switch tool and we're going to go to the transcribe tool to actually watch the videos. But basically, we're just going to grab the transcript from this. So that should be pretty straightforward. You can probably see this now. So you can see, good morning, everyone. Raptor here. Welcome back for another video. And you can see we're just going through watching a bunch of videos at the same time, because this is nice context that we can kind of gather for the LLM, and it's very good at going through unstructured data. And that is basically the idea behind the system I have created here. So now we're going to go through the transcripts we created, right? And basically start analyzing it and coming up with a plan if we're going to make some changes to our team. We still have a few more things to grab here. Luke from Blackbox here. I'm going to bring in my current squad. So like I said, this is like a Hive Mind strategy. Basically, we want to look at a bunch of information and make decisions based on that. So synthesize the Hive Mind consensus. You can see we moved on now. We read our team, and now we're going to kind of go into the second phase. The agents hands over the context it had found, and we're going to see if we're going to make some changes. So you can see this took about 3 minutes to complete. Not too bad. We watched a lot of videos in those minutes. So you can see now we're kind of looking at, we are validating our current squad budget. So we're going to pull up this tool. So if I do Control R here, you can see our budget is 100, perfect. So the budget is still good. So that tool worked, thanks for that from the YouTube comments. That was pretty good. And you can see we are searching here, Florian Wirtz, Bruno Fernandes, Tarkovsky is some people we are looking at, right? Are we gonna make any changes? I don't know. So I'm gonna say, yes, we're gonna try to find Bruno. We found him, we found Wirtz, Tarkovsky. But are we actually gonna make any changes to our team? That's gonna be interesting to see. We are gonna struggle to get all this in our team. So this is gonna be a good test, I think, right? So now we're gonna analyze Hive Mind insights versus our current team critically. So we're gonna kind of weigh in, are we gonna make any changes or not, right? Okay, so we got a report here. Critical Hive Mind analysis complete. Current squad confidence 92%. Expert consensus, no major changes required. Okay, so we found some optimizations that was identified, but I think after looking over it, we're not gonna make any changes this time. So that was interesting, kind of what I was hoping for, because if we're just gonna make changes all the time, this is not gonna work, right? So the decision is made, no major changes required. Perfect. I'm glad to see that, because that is very important. It might seem stupid, but you don't want to make changes all the time. So now we're just going to update this, right? We have some new targets here, maybe Wirtz in the future, Tarkovsky, and we mentioned Bruno, right? So we made a few changes to our plan, but we didn't make any swaps this time, or like transfers. And I'm pretty glad to see that, because this means that this strategy could be viable, right? Because if every time we ran this, a bunch of changes was made, then it wouldn't have any value. So yeah, that was basically it for this time. And let's just complete this. Final outcome, current GW1 squad represent this. 100% expert consensus on the Salah, Palmer, Watkins, Van Dijk draft. Forest exposure, perfectly limited to 2 players. Anderson plus Murillo on Forest. We have a perfect budget. Early bench boost backed by 78% of elite managements. Okay, this could be interesting next week to see if we're gonna pull the chip strategy here. That is something we're gonna check out. So yeah, no changes made. Bit boring maybe, but for the future of this strategy, this is a good thing, right? So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you back next week. I'm gonna make a couple of videos next week. Maybe even 3, we'll see. So I know some of you asked to see like a more technical detailed video. I have to put this together. I might do that, but I might do it like an end of a video, right? So we do the normal video and then I can do kind of the implementation of this. We'll see about that, but thanks for leaving a comment. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Have a nice weekend.